Welcome back. Okay, so let's see. Let's put my poignant music.
This is not the point of music. I want some grapes. I'll take a few grapes. I think it's a bit wet. Wet grapes.
Dawn breaks in Waterdeep. It is the 20th, I think so. Yeah, 20th of Hammer, 1942 Day Reckoning. Silas, as a single ray of sunlight hits your face, you wake up, half drunk bottle, half empty bottle, like there in your hand still.
Just to be clear, so this isn't a long rest, is it?
No.
Because, yeah, it's just impossible.
Yeah, it's one every 24 hours. But I'm gonna say, for the sake of that you are level 6, you've leveled up, but you didn't recover your shit.
Interesting.
Just so we can get that out of the way.
Alright, yeah, of course.
Essentially, you feel that your power grows, but you can't quite get activated.
Strengthened by the wine.
Yeah, and as the sunlight hits you, you realize one of the little windows is open. So it's like, and you hear the creaking wood. As what was his face? Martin steps around as you groan. He steps around the bar. He was apparently going around the tap room, opening windows, getting ready to open, not quite opening yet. Looks around. Finally awake, are you?
Sorry, I let myself in the early hours.
Not the first time you've come very late at night after one of your escapades. Boy, you know you can still do it. Care to share, or? And he pours a glass of milk. The usual hangover cure.
If you wouldn't mind.
Breaks an egg into the milk. Starts mixing it, and then pours some pepper.
Flavorful.
What's
Pushes it through your bar as you stand up.
Just sort of drink it all in one.
Yeah. It's thick, heavy, filling, and great for a hangover.
Gag just a little.
Yeah. There's any news first?
Well,
City's still standing.
City's still standing, but apparently there was a big kerfuffle, like out in the castle ward last night. Big whistle fight. People are saying that the Blackstaff is at it again after her promises of getting things under control. Part of the tower was destroyed. Many people died. Several griffins and griffin riders. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest. So, in a way, you know how I always told you, we should move the pub to the castle ward. Fuck no. Every time there is something going down in this city, it's always over that area, so...
Yeah, I saw some explosions in the,
Yeah.
on my way over here, and it looked pretty serious.
Yeah. I went out for bread before opening and just heard the rumors in the market. It's not pretty. It's the talk of everyone, but...
Well...
You didn't have anything to do with that, huh?
It's hard to say nowadays what I've been involved in, what I haven't, I'll be honest. It's been a horrible few weeks. Yeah, I'm looking to put an end to it all, to be honest with you.
As long as you don't bring any of those crazy mages coming knocking my door, you always have a place here.
Well, you remember that little girl that I was going around with a couple of weeks back? when you stop
Yeah.
by. She was a pretty crazy mage, I'll tell you that, but this looks like it's leagues beyond.
We're talking about, like, I mean, people say that they saw the Overlord floating above the city, radiant, shining light, almost like if the moon itself had come down to water the. It's just nonsense. The Overlord.
People will buy into anything. They didn't say anything about, I don't know, a mustached man or a big half troll, did they?
Well, mustache man.
Well, just people I know, just wondering where they're at.
Oh, one of those that you brought here, like a few
Yeah,
10 days ago.
you know, clean man.
Yeah, I remember, like shiny armor. Yeah, posh. Yeah.
No rumours about him kicking around, are there?
No, and I haven't heard from the girl in a few days either. There was this girl that used to drop by, tell me stuff for you guys.
Oh, Maya.
Yeah, Maya, that's the one. She hasn't been around for quite a few days.
I think she's laying low. She's doing me another favour at the minute, actually, so with any luck, she's alright.
Okay, well, if you need anything, you can always come here without the trouble.
Without the trouble.
Stays outside the door.
I'm thinking of going back underground for a little bit.
Like underground.
Look, I know it's risky,
Son.
but I'm sure you've heard about what happened to the Castellantas a couple nights back.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you know those towers? The ones that have been protected by that weird magical barrier? Everyone.
Oh yeah, someone. Yeah. I also heard that in the market. They are in lockdown. The city guard has now somehow stormed them, and they captured a few people. I don't know. It's under lockdown.
Well, anything that you've heard in the past couple of days is safe to say that I've been on the outskirts of Growlands, you know, as well. It's been.
Is there anything you're not involved in?
Well, I wasn't in the castle ward last night. I can tell you that with
That would have been a
some
sight.
surety. Yeah, it would have been. But I think I've made a lot of enemies, more than I had when I was working here. So I'd need something, Martin. I need a safe roof or something. People, the boats at the docks, they're not safe either. I've heard whispers that, you know, they're run by a madman that's basically played us all for fools. It's been, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm in over my head at this point. I wanted a bit of fun. I wanted a bit of foot in the game, because working here was, you know, as much as I enjoyed your company, it wasn't the same, was it? But I put myself out there a little bit too much, I think. And
Yeah, you found the game. It was high stakes all along.
but I think I got a buy-in. I can get to the boy. I can get him. You know, I can do what I wanted to do. I can get it back, I think.
Son, I don't know. I know you seldom listen to me, but if you're involved in all this crap, and as you say, it can get over your head sometimes, I would say what you need to do now is lay low. Let this blow over for a few days. If you're going down the mouth of the beast, down there, I mean, who the fuck knows? With all this is going up in the surface, what do you even think down there?
I don't know. I'm a bit of a crossroads, and I either see this through, and I have to go down there anyway, and it's whether I go down there as a friend or a foe, really, is where I'm standing at. let's just say that I'm putting together a puzzle and the big old eye has the last piece, and it's whether he wants to help me put it in or I have to take it from him. Yeah, I don't want to be my choice either.
I hear he's as paranoid, crazy, and unpredictable as ever these days, if not more. But, I mean, you know I can get you contacts. It's the same type of people that I've always known.
Do you know anything about a Kelm Trigos? He's a tiefling type like myself. Blue.
I know. He runs the surface operation for the gladiatorial games.
Is he? Do you think I can lean on him a bit, or is he quite?
I think that you have the good thing about him is that he doesn't care about all the politicking down there. So he doesn't care whether you are an old hand or a newcomer or whoever. But he is paid to know people. He is paid to know how to treat people. So he would probably know about who you are. But he doesn't care if you can give him something he wants.
It might be worth a shot. I'm gonna head out, see if I can find something to hold on to, I guess.
Very well. Stay safe. Keep your head low.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
And remember, slinks in the shadow. They are a friend.
Best to you, mine. Hope,
Open the doors and leave them open on your way out. It's time to open this hole.
hopefully I find my way back here again. So.
He starts grabbing like glasses and like putting pieces of bread and starts cutting bread for the early morning.
I'll just grab a piece of bread as well.
Okay.
I guess I'll make my way to the yawning portal.
Okay. You make your way to the yawning portal. So Ganghorn, you wake up still ragged, still hurt. You have a couple of bones that were like set by the magic of Menanor last night, but it's still pretty bad. As soon as you wake up, there is someone nearby that is arranging herbs in what appears to be some kind of set of drawers to keep them separate. It's a halfling, one of the ones that tends the patch outside, the veggie patch. Looks at you, Mr. Ganghorn. I think her lady is waiting for you upstairs.
All right, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Okay, before you go, I'll give you some tea.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
Yeah, chamomile.
Oh, yeah, it's very good. I have to come back and get some of that later.
Yeah, sure thing.
Well, thank you.
So you walk up the double sets of stairs into the room that is all overgrown with vegetation. You confidently step inside. You feel this presence around you. The leaves rustle briefly. And you feel this big presence, kind of like not materializing, but as a figure in front of you. Ganghorn.
Hey.
There you are.
I'm sorry, sorry for turning up like that.
Menanor has told me what you've been up to.
Yeah, we've been causing a bit of commotion. Not been doing a very good job of protecting people. There's a lot of people got hurt, I think. I'm looking at I only saw a bit of it, but there's some explosions going on somewhere that, I don't know. I was too hurt, so I just came here. It's my first thought. I don't know what was going on.
Manchun has been captured
Oh, so now I've got him then.
by the Overlord, the Blackstaff, and their allies. Whatever happened last night, Manchun is no more, at least as it matters to Waterdeep. How goes your involvement in this situation? Do you have what you were seeking?
Well, we've got one of the pieces last night from, or this morning, from Manchun. So I think we only need one
Actually,
more.
you don't know that.
Well, no, because Manchun's clone.
Oh yeah,
I
sorry.
kinda put
you
two and
did.
two
Yeah,
together,
yeah,
that
yeah,
we-
yeah, you did say
Um,
that I was clever.
we only have to get one more piece now, I think. But I don't know where everyone's at or where the pieces are or if it's even really worth it. I don't know. I mean,
If you tell me where you intend to go next, I can perhaps offer you aid.
well, I mean, the last piece is with the Xanatars. The last time we came across them, there was a mind flare.
You see from beyond some leaves, there's a way of rustling, and a rat comes up
So hi there, buddy. You alright?
and walks towards you and starts like climbing up your leg, your body, and kind of like nibbles a bit at your armor, and then took, jumps and stays in your shoulder.
You alright?
I am rat.
You're right.
This is my gift, my aid to you. I've been using awakened rats to map out the underground of this city. They found an entrance to the Eye's lair. Rat can guide you.
Can I rename him something better?
I'm Rat.
Okay, got his name right. I'll get you some food later. We're going to the. Probably have to hide in my coat.
you got cheese.
I get you some cheese, yeah.
Yeah, only cheese.
Only cheese.
Cheese.
Just cheese. Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah, I know the way to the Eye's lair.
Right, you're going to probably have to hide in my coat though, so you climb in my pocket.
Sure. Jumps.
This is going to be dangerous again. Do you think? I mean, Manchun. I've never seen anything so powerful before.
Yes, an ancient creature. And if you go see the Eye, you will find that you're up against something of similar power. I fear for you, but I have faith in you. You must pursue this to its rightful conclusion.
Alright, you can count on me. I'll take care of it. Do you know what happened with Niall? The last time I saw him, he teleported away with Manchun.
1 second. I'll be there in a second. The one you call Niall Within, he's not of this world anymore.
Oh. What happened? Is his spirit moved on to...
He rests with the Moon Lady.
Okay.
You call her Selune.
Well, as long as he's resting now, I guess. He got his man.
Yes, terrible destruction was brought upon by the wizard, but he was captured.
They did a good job. he tidied up the city like he wanted to.
Touches you. Take my blessing with you. And she gives you a charm of restoration. He has 6 charges. You can use an action to expend some of his charges to cast one of greater restoration for 4 charges, or lesser for 2 charges.
Okay.
So 3 lesser, or 1 greater and 1 lesser.
How do they do it that way? Not just 1 and 2, and then give you 3 charges.
And she disappears amongst the foliage.
Oh, rat.
Yeah, was the cheese we promised.
Yeah, we'll go and get the cheese. Wow.
I have good memory. Don't think you're not giving me any cheese.
Is there a... Do you know what... Actually, we probably better not go down in the sewers by ourselves. Let's go back to the yawning portal. But remember, keep quiet, because...
Oh, sure, yeah. Drop me there in the cellar. I'll have everything I want. Yeah, they have amazing stuff there. I've been before.
Yeah, alright, sure, no problem. Just don't go far, I guess. Right.
Sure.
Do you know the way back, Sam? I'm feeling a bit lightheaded still about...
Wait, way back where?
To the yawning portal.
Through, like, the streets? I don't know. I'm moving the sewers, man.
I'll figure it out.
Come on, dude.
I'll figure it out on the way back. We'll get lost.
Okay, yeah, all right, go. And, Arion, you wake up the yawning portal. In the room that you had hired for, I believe, 2 days? I think you have 1 more night, if I'm not mistaken, but it is just you now. What do you do?
Just waiting. For
Waiting?
the first person to come back. Just
In the room or in the tap room?
I'll wait in the room for a bit. If no one comes back soon, then I'll go downstairs and just have a seat down there, try and eat something.
Yeah. Okay. As you go down to the tap room, you get the feeling that the gravity of what happened last night is a bit of a weight amongst everyone. Amongst everyone next, almost, as they're all kind of like absorbing the fact that this magical battle destroyed such a big area of the castle wall. And even Durnan, normally jovial and he's seen things, and you know, he's kind of like sulky and not despondent, but you know, monosyllabic as his speaks. Serves something to you, not with the raise, slightly raising his eyebrows, and moves along. And Bonnie's there, and some of the familiar faces of the Yawning Portal are there, but everyone is kind of like talking in hushed whispers and about what's gonna happen now, and I don't know. It's like, it was fucking Manchu. Can you believe that? And people are just talking about it. And after a while, because the barrels is so close, as you're having your breakfast, you see Silas opening. You take the sides of the portal tap room, and Arion quietly having his breakfast at the bar nearby where Dynan is moving up and down the bar.
As I see you all stand, nod.
Surprised to see you alive. Last I saw you were running the wrong way.
There was a mission.
Wow. I don't know how it went. I've heard some stories, but I heard that the city guard were surrounding the tower, so I'm guessing you took down that area.
Well,
Let's grab a booth.
Of course.
God,
So we go and sit down.
Yep.
So I'm afraid there's good news and bad news.
Alright, well, Bad news first, I guess then.
I put the bottle of wine on the table.
We have very different conceptions of bad news.
So I'll call to Bonnie. Just 2
Yeah.
glasses.
As you call to her and she comes back with the 2 glasses, at that moment, Ganwon enters the tavern.
Another one, please.
She brings 3 glasses and looks at you and with the thumbs back to where they're sitting.
Oh, stumble away, like probably trip over a few chairs on the way. Oh,
You look awful.
my head, I felt really far. Oh.
Hello.
Good to see you guys made it. Unfortunately,
Stop
you've
pouring the wine.
heard the news.
City Watch apparently surrounding the towers now.
Yeah,
Rumor has it, I saw lots of explosions in the north part of the city last night. I must have lost track of all of you, but
so they got Manchun, Niall got his man, but he didn't make it, unfortunately.
well, I mean, I told him to jump out the window, so it's his own fault, isn't it?
I mean,
There was no fault.
He should have done it.
he was a hero. If Manchun had been free like he was, he could have done anything. Now he's been brought to some kind of justice. I don't know what. One less thing plaguing the city.
One more thing to always look over our shoulder for.
Well, I don't know. I doubt they're going to be doing much. He took down their shield.
The shield is down. Manchun is defeated for now.
I'm just gonna drink the glass, I guess, in one.
Yeah.
Great. I mean, brilliant. We took down a wizard. That's super, isn't it? To what cost, though? Really? I mean, look at you. Look at you.
I've felt better, but I will recover. And there was no loss for Malgrithin to make that sacrifice.
He would have happily given his life to stop that man. No. Well, Silas, if you're not going to raise your glass, then
I think Millie was right. You know? I think she tried to warn us of this. Noel was a good man. I mean, he was a stubborn man, and I mean, you're right, he would have wanted to die doing what he did, I'm sure. But why are we doing this? I mean, day by day it's easy to see how we got here, and it's easy to understand how we got wrapped up in it all, but that was Manchun. I mean, that's a man of legend and myth that we were whiskers away from dying yesterday. Like, I didn't even hesitate to get out of there. I'm surprised to see any of you alive this morning, you know. What's next?
we finish this.
Why? That was it. Like, that was such a risk, and we're lucky to be here. And obviously didn't carry that same luck, and now we want to go up against Xanatha.
Because right now, it's the right thing to do to get that back to the city. Now that there's so much disruption and chaos, if we can get that back, at least that kind of helps bring some
Does it?
stability.
You started
Well-
this with a golden mind, correct?
I started this because I thought I was going to make a lot of money, and I was going to take that and I was going to make something for myself somewhere else and finally settle down. But now, all I've done is paint a bigger target on my back than I already had. I've made enemies of a noble family that's going to use all its wealth and influence to see that we get what's coming to us. We've made enemies of a powerful wizard, and now I want to go back to my ex-employee. Employer? I wasn't that high.
Me.
Employer, and rob him of essentially 500,000 dragons. Like, I'm all for making a bit of money and I'm all for self-preservation, but I'm not a fool. I'm not someone putting my neck on the line for the good of a city that, frankly, has, looked down on me my whole life. That's not my goal here. I'm not an idealist. I'm not a, rich blood like yourself or a happy-go-lucky man like you are. I just wanted to make a little bit of money, and this is, we have an out. We give the stones over to Xanathar, and in his hopeful, brief moment of maybe sanity and gratitude, we disappear from this. A little bit of coin in hand.
Seems quite a gamble.
More than going down to his lair and trying to steal a stone from him.
To be honest, of the challenge that we faced, Manchun is far greater than I expected.
We didn't face Manchun, we ran from Manchun. Now with him faced Manchun, now he's dead.
We succeeded. Nalgothin succeeded in his goal.
We succeeded only because I got very lucky with whatever mad storage device he kept this thing in.
Oh wait, hold that for a second. Bonnie, I need some cheese, please.
If I hadn't got this,
She was a cheese board.
if I hadn't got this out of the vault, then what? Nalwithan dies for nothing. The whole thing's over. It's luck, yeah, but
Maybe fate is just on our side.
for what purpose?
We still won without the stone. Nalgothin made this city a safer place.
Well then,
Zarash got what he went for.
let's take that victory in hand and then get what's ours and...
But we don't. Look, if you're not.
You think this city's safe? I found evidence there that some of the masked lords were in Manchun's pocket the whole time. Your boss's name on that list. So, this whole the corruption doesn't end with Manchun. You think that he's not gonna somehow get out? His influence is spread far and wide across this city.
Well,
Deeper than just him being, killed or captured.
I'm just gonna take a bit of cheese and just kind of put it in our pockets.
Clones of him exist in that tower. This
Well,
isn't
there
a
was
job
a big,
done.
There was a big, giant suit of armour sort of thing as well that tried to kill me, but hopefully that doesn't get out of the. I didn't check that. Well, I'm sure we would have heard about it if it did. It would be fine.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but
I went back into the tower to look for Niall. I thought maybe he'd gone back to the tower, so I had a little look round.
why?
I thought he might have gone in there.
Look, there's a guy that runs a house not far from here that gets people down to the Underdark. From there, I say we make our way to Xanathar and we try and strike a deal.
What about the passageway in our house?
I don't want to go in sneaking around. I'm done sneaking around. I think we go in, honest approach, cards on the table, and just see what we can get.
But wouldn't that mean that all that money doesn't go back to the city, it just helps a criminal organisation?
What does it matter? Look, these dossiers that I've found, the city is a criminal organisation. It doesn't matter who the money goes to.
Can I see the list?
No, I'm sorry, I'm keeping this on me. If anything
So
happens
you're
to me, this is
expecting
my
us just to
leverage.
believe you for something you're not willing to share with us?
That's your choice. It's the only leverage I have. Look, the man that we struck a deal with turned out to be one of the most notorious, insane people that I think I've ever heard about. I don't think that deal stands. We destroyed his property. That Nimblewright's gone. He's not just going to let that slide, is he? We don't know what his motives are now that we found out that he's masquerading as 4 or 5 people throughout this city, different parts of power. That's another worry that we've got to deal with. Lord knows where Keth's got to at this point in time, whether he's even safe.
Yeah, maybe he'll turn up sometime in a few days or something.
So with that in mind, do you believe a deal with the Xanathar is a means to an end?
It's the only thing I can think to offer ourselves a modicum of safety. You've got contacts, you're fine, you've got your Emerald Enclave to keep you safe. I'm alone in this.
It doesn't settle things with Zord.
It doesn't sell things with Zord, no. That's why I need some ally that I can trust, that I can be useful to,
Well, why
to
don't
keep me hidden from all of this.
I can find people to help you.
I don't.
I mean, if you
Think
don't
they
mind
can.
living in the woods, I can find people that can hide you.
That's not a life I want. What's your end goal in this, Arian? Because, frankly, I thought you were just Mert's watchdog looking over his investment. But
No, my goal in this is to see an end.
But to what? What if it turns out you're working for a corrupt man? I don't think you're a bad person.
I don't believe that Mert seeks the money for himself. I don't believe that it's important that I should receive any part of this money. In fact, I'm not too concerned that the Xanathar doesn't end up with all of it. My goal in this is to quell the violence.
And in ensuring that someone gets that money, you succeed in doing that. Once this game is over, things will settle down.
With the question mark of Zord.
I mean,
What if you just sank his boat?
Previously I wasn't so concerned, but now I've learned more about him. It's dangerous.
What exactly is he? Is he some kind of shapeshiftery person?
I've heard of Jarl Exor, and Keth told me bits and bobs, and if even what I've heard, half of what I've heard is true, then yeah, he's a dangerous man, and all the more reason to disappear. We know what the Breaking Earth are capable of. We've experienced that firsthand. I don't know why he's here. I don't understand that. Zord's plan to me was nonsense, really. Luskan into the Lord Alliance, a bit of a power move, fine, but why get involved in something as big as this for that? But now it makes sense, right? It's all just a bit of a show. But this man, if he owns the theatre, he's a habitat, who knows who else he is? He could be Vincent Trench for all we know. Right. People know about us, and it's great to, save the city, but at a certain point you have to ask yourself, what's the price of that? And if it's your life, I'm sorry, I'm not willing to pay that. I've ran from too much, I've lost too much, I've put up with years of exile for covering for other people's mistakes. I'm owed something. And these last few 10-day, we've been foolhardy. I just want to cash in on that. I'm sorry. That might make me a bad person in your eyes. That's fine. I can live with that, so long as I'm living.
Do you really think that you cashing on that is going to keep you safe?
I think it's the best option I have.
Well, the other situation that you're now creating is what we think of that.
I'm not looking to start a fight.
Well then, if you're not interested in continuing down this path, I think
I think this could be good for all of us.
you just need to hand over the box then.
Well, no. I don't, do I? That's That's the meal ticket. I think we should, see what he has to say, see if you don't have to disappear, but I'm sure he'll cut us all a deal.
Who is you in with the Xenophon? How do you have a conversation? Because I understand he's not someone that sees logic too well.
Well, we've got a couple, haven't we? That boy, the dwarf, Twinbeards.
We know ways in.
We do.
But to speak to the Xanathar, is that who we're expected to...
If he gets wind that we've got 3 out of 4 things that he's after, and he's got the 4th, yeah, he could kill us. He could kill us and take him. And there's nothing saying that he won't, but that's the risk we run trying to get it off him anyway, so I don't see what difference that makes. Or I sell the stones to the city. See what they'll pay for them.
If you really want to get out, we can go and speak to them together. But I can't let you take them, and I hope you understand that. We've been through a lot together, but it's just not right.
The idea of selling them to the city raises an interesting concern. The fact that they're just... I feel like they would be the least receptive to the offer.
Well,
What does that mean of them?
I've got other ways of getting money out of the city now, so... Look, I don't know what we do. I mean, it was different, wasn't it, when we were...
Things
When
are
we
much
were-
easier with not within.
Well, things were much easier before we were dying. I think is the reality of it.
I mean, as a force of will.
Yeah. It was a force of will. That's certainly true.
I mean, that's another thing to consider if you're going to throw this away. You're sort of throwing away what his life meant.
Well, no. I mean, you said it yourself.
Manchun was a
Manchun was, yeah,
Well, true,
his
but
crowning glory.
part of what he gave his life for was to restore this money to the city.
But I appreciate what you're trying to say, but I'm not risking my life on the memory of someone that I've known for a few weeks who
He would have done
was
it for you.
ideal. He would have done it for him because that was the kind of person he was.
No, he risked his life several times for you.
I'm sure he did, and I'm grateful for that fact, but unfortunately for him, maybe I'm just not as good a person.
But you can be.
I don't think I can.
All it takes is the right choice.
Look, you think in terms of good and evil, and you think this city is a force for good, and I admire that to an extent, but I have lived here a lot longer than you, so please do not try and adjust my viewpoints of how this city runs. It's not a place of good, it's not a place of evil. It's just factions, as we've seen, butting heads with each other. Everyone's out for something. Now within, the things he wanted, well, they were disruptive to the lives of many other people. People I know. Not saying those people lived wholesome lives, but everything comes at a price.
True. But ultimately, if your heart's in the right place,
If your heart's in the right place. I don't know what we do. I understand you're not just going to let me walk away with everything. I understand you've put in as much as I have.
I think no matter what you do, if you try and trade us all away now, you regret it. I mean, what's the point? So you can run away and hide somewhere, so you
Yeah.
can change your face and then just grow old, regretting all the choices you've made, never really knowing what happened.
Never. What does that mean? If I'm alive, I'm not regret. I've lived.
Only the living have regrets.
Look,
What would you imagine that Xenophon would do with such money?
honestly, I don't know. Fund his operations more, spread out. Oh, I can't. The Xanathars in the city have an agreement already. It's like it's controlled chaos.
Okay.
Like this isn't Manchun. This isn't some.
He's not trying to overthrow the city.
No,
Without the city, he has no purpose.
you know, it's what I was saying. Sometimes there's a balance to it. I'm not an expert on it anymore, thanks to, you know, whatever's happened to me in the past, but I understand that the Underdark, the Xanathars, that agency, the city relies on that to some extent. You know, things have to happen in the dark. You'd be foolish to think that just because it happens above the surface, it's all... I mean, look at the Castellantas. That was a noble family with children that worshipped devils and were willing to sacrifice their children. These are the sort of people that you're looking at putting money in the hands of. The rich elite aren't.
So what if we don't put it in their hands?
That's what I'm saying. You can take the money. You can take a slice of that money. You can give it to the city. You can give it to the poor. You can use it to preserve nature. You can do whatever you want with that. And you can feel good because you've done that. Or you can give it to people that you think will spend it wisely. That's your choice. But, you know, we haven't even got the money yet. And if we try again, something as risky as we tried last night, there's no guarantee that we get anything with our lives intact. Do you not think it's time to just say we had a good run and then do what we can from there? Think who you can help alive versus who you can help if you die.
If I was alive, I just gave up and gave in to these evil forces as I see them. I don't think I'd be able to live with myself.
Well then, by all means, you march yourself down there and see if you can get the stone.
Well, I wasn't thinking of marching, I was thinking of sneaking in.
With a shield that big,
Well, I can leave the shield behind. It means that we're going in the sewers. I do happen to have a way of knowing where things are in the sewers now.
I mean, that's great. We can get down there through many means. But
What if we went to Manchun's lair, we didn't have a lot of information about what we were going into. But
I mean, we had allies on the inside and blueprints.
what if we had someone that had been down and knew a way to sneak in, knew all the...
We've got that. Thorvin Twinbeard said he would get us in, and he'd plant blasting powder on all the pillars in there, and there's that drow that can apparently blind the beholder. We have, you know, probably enough there to cobble together some form of plan.
So why aren't we doing it then?
Because
Because old Silas has lost his nerve.
if we make enemies of Xanathar and the Zentrim and the Bragendath and the Castellantas,
We're already enemies of the Xanathar.
that's why I'm suggesting we become allies.
The Zentrum are no longer an issue.
You think that, but, you know, to what surety the clones exist? You think the Zentrim was 10 people operating out of a tower?
You know what? You're right. They might come back. But you know what will stop them next time they come back and keep people safe as possible? Yeah, people died today, but if Manchun was in charge, he would have done all sorts of crazy stuff. And people like us stopped him.
Manchun.
And I know that you don't think yourself as a good person, but I think deep down you are.
So I don't think of myself as a good person. More that I think the lines between good and evil are subjective.
So it's clear you wish to persuade us. I wonder if we could speak to someone from Xanadu, if you know of a safe household.
I know of a place not too far from here. If you're willing to have a conversation, we can at least see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean we should probably rest up here for the rest of the day first, because
I think a conversation's fine. I'm not looking for fights.
well, yeah. But whatever happens, I mean there's a lot of stuff going out there at the moment. Maybe just let it all die down a bit first.
That
The door opens, and you see there, Joel, come here. You see there words evade me. The familiar sight of Keth as he walks towards where you are. Looks around for a bit, and then Bonnie again thumbs towards where you are. He comes over, sits down. It's a bit early for why now? What's
You might have heard of the commotions last
Yeah,
night.
I thought you were involved.
Oh,
Imagined.
we hit the Colette Towers. Manchun, well, he's been taken into some kind of custody, but it cost Niall his life.
Niall's dead.
Yeah.
Of all the people I thought that would die doing the things we were doing, probably the last one, but well, I'm gonna have some of that wine.
Yeah.
He pulls himself a glass.
Pull the chair up.
Aye. Zord. He's learned of what happened at the tower last night, and he's been concocting this plan to hit the Xanator. He's ready to move.
we got some news about Zord, which will come as little and then maybe more surprise for you. Well, you know how we had our speculations about his character being somewhat strange. It turns out he might be closer to your ex-employer than you might think.
That hushes you. Of course. He's Jay.
Yeah, but not only that, he's JB Nevercott as well.
Oh, that would make sense.
And
Well, that's his MO. It's... Look. Don't worry too much about it. That's how he operates. He likes to spread his bets. He is, of course, John Laxell, yeah.
you say that with more confidence than I thought you would.
Well, he and I, we had a talk. That's why I'm working this liaison there, yeah.
Does he know? Well, I assume he knows about his nimble, right?
Well, yes, he could look into the thing as it was happening until, of course, lost contact. The thing was destroyed. But he was impressed with your operation until the Imbright was destroyed, and he's confident that since you're here, you're alive, and Manchun has been captured, that you got what you went there to get. And he's been concocting this plan to get into Xanatar's lair. He's been researching some information. He's put together a team. There are 4 of his elite warriors and Krebik. They're gonna move against the Xanatar. They're gonna infiltrate. He wants to coordinate with you, wants to know if you're doing the same, and I will be joining you in that effort, or if what's your plan?
It's a good question.
Something to keep in mind for your decision. If you join Zenithus now, you more likely face Zord as an opponent.
What does Zord want? Really?
I know more about his true motives, but I'm not really at liberty to speak so openly, but you've been my friend for a long time now. As long as anyone can be in this city. He truly represents Laskan. He wants to have political power in the surface now. It's his new thing.
So what, is he going to impersonate some Luskan ambassador and sit in the Chamber of the Masked Lords?
He wants Laskan to join the Lord's Alliance. That's I think that's real.
But why Luskan?
He's kind of the king in the shadows of the pirates. He has puppets. You know, the surface he cannot be seen, but yeah, he kind of runs the whole thing.
To what end though? What, to blackmail the Lord's Alliance, twist their arm, use his influence to... I
don't presume to know Jalax's mind.
I'm sorry, but it's just strange.
No, it's not.
Your concern?
No, not really. Like I said, the lines of good and evil aren't that clear cut, and if they're already being blackmailed by Manchun, then why not be blackmailed by Yarlaxle as well? But
it's an interesting situation.
Look, he's going after this. I truly believe if you renege on your deal with him, then I'm afraid that you and me are next.
wait, you and me or what? Next?
Well, he's going after this. He's going after the Xanatars.
Oh, so he'll come after us next. Yes.
If we renege on the deal. And I know that you've pulled big heist against Manchun, but I prefer to fight any old wizard of ancient kingdoms any day before the man himself.
This is exactly what I was afraid of, isn't it? Just target after target.
This is the end, as far as you're concerned.
Well,
It should be.
the beginning of it.
But joining them in a fight, if he is bringing warriors of his own, then what do you have to lose?
There's a boy. Well, it's not a boy anymore. In that guild, Theron. Supposedly doing pretty well for himself in there now. That Xanathar got rid of all the rest of them. If we go in there, we get him out. That's my offer. Above everything else.
Is that not something we could do beforehand?
Who is he to?
I don't know. Nothing anymore, I guess, but
Who was he to?
an apprentice, I suppose, for the risk of not getting too sentimental too early in the day. But, you know, if he's in there, and we're going in there, and we're making enemies of ourselves, then that's our goal. We get him out before anything else. And you have to give me your word on that.
I mean, I give you my word, I'll try. Seeing the forces we've come up against recently, to put any kind of level of certainty on anything these days, and I'll be honest with you about that. But I'll try.
So I imagine we could gain an audience with a number of members of the Xanathar's Guild. Would it be possible for us to speak with him beforehand? Kidnap him before we assault?
I mean,
Also, I have every intention of not harming this boy if he is of some sentimental value to you. I can't vouch for swordsmen.
Oh, so I know a way we can find where he is. Might make it a bit easier.
I mean, we can see if maybe we can get. And I don't know. It's risky. It compromises us too heavily, I think. If he's truly tied to Xanathar to the extent that was made clear to me recently, then, you know, we breathe word that there's an infiltration going on. We blow our chances of getting in there. I don't want to make an enemy of him before we have a chance to even spring a trap, as it were.
Just get another piece of cheese.
And putting cheese in the back in the pocket.
But
At that moment, a familiar sensation. This is not the first time you've been the target of a sending spell, Marion. A voice slams into your head, not aggressively, just forcefully, like as if not patient. And you hear this voice that you probably heard before. Vashra, the Blacksmith. Herion, I am here with Mert. Make your way to Blacksmith Tower when you have the chance. Thanks. And pulls away before you can even answer.
Interesting. The Blackstaff seeks an audience with us. She's with Matt. If you're not trusting him, I suggest you show us your evidence.
I'll go in my bag and I'll get out the notebook with the list
Mhm.
and the things. Look, here's a list of masked lords. These two explicitly being blackmailed. One apparently, I have a look around, no sign of Yagra at all?
Yagra's in jail.
Oh yeah, no sign. Davil's not in jail though, is he?
Davil's in jail.
Is he?
Yeah, they're both in jail. After the...
There was the big bust. I thought he got away.
The
oh, no,
Graham
he didn't, did he?
incident.
Yeah. Shit.
Bad day to be a Zend after that incident.
So to Keth, I found our evidence on.
Oh, that's
It's-
good. That's good blackmail money.
Well, shame Davil's not able to pay us his.
Oh,
Rewards.
Davil would love it.
Yeah, I know. Another Masked Lord being bribed apparently for paying for losses on bad investments.
So what are these checks? The marks next to the names.
I don't know, but it shows that Mert's somehow involved.
There's a tick next to his name.
Not next to Mert's.
Well, his name isn't Tick though, so
Yeah, but it implies there's some level of correspondence.
or does it imply that they haven't managed to get something on him, or
Implies maybe they have something, but he's not receptive.
maybe?
Anything. All I mean is it's grounds for caution. That's all I'm saying.
There's not a person in this city that wouldn't have grounds for caution.
Anyway,
I think it's best we speak to the Blackstaff.
fine. I'm sure it's just to give us the news on Nile. Anyway. Keth, there's Nillahor. Is he working with Fjarl Axel?
No. Jarl Axel has a contact inside the
Oh
center.
no, sorry. Nile.
Nile.
Nile, yes, got the name
Yeah,
wrong.
no. Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky situation. It's now apparently it's a bit of, according to Laxel, a bit of two minds. We believe that he might have become a bit too close to Jarl Axel and to the Xanatar. And we're not sure where his true loyalties lie. Now, you know how you get embedded into a secret organization as a spy for a while, and then you
Well,
end up
not even
cozy
that.
with them.
What if they've...
We don't know, so we're not gonna be relying on him.
He had the poison. That was the only chance we had, was the poison.
Yes, we are gonna be trying and get the poison. We're gonna try to contact him once we're inside, but we're not necessarily relying on him to deliver or do anything himself.
What about...
I think you have to understand, Gnarl is a survivor. If he thinks we are gonna win, he's gonna side with us. If we think we're in trouble, he might side with the Xanatar.
that halfling? Would I have heard that? Remember when she said, ring of mine, shielding, bitch?
Have you?
Yeah. We were all around then, weren't we? Or were we not?
No, you were out.
I
You were out. It was
teleported out.
Genhur and
Yeah,
Niall
yeah,
that
yeah,
were
that's
still
what I
there.
was thinking, yeah. Oh, okay, ignore that. Because
Let's just swipe that one and drink the money back.
I did think that's what you were doing.
No, I was just being respectful, but
Loop,
you know,
loop, loop,
I was
loop,
like,
loop,
because
loop.
I don't know if people are gonna, what's gonna happen. I was like, I bring the bodies back.
Ring them out. Just running away.
As you take it off her. Ring of mine, shielding. Now I kept saying about that. What's that guy? Maloon.
Maroon, yeah. He's upstairs.
He might be a double agent. Maybe Niall's got one of those things in his head.
Oh, there's.
Little poopy dog brains. So,
We go and ask him right now. He's probably been.
We know that Nihilur grows them.
he was tough last
Like
time.
on a tree.
Yeah, it raises them, like
Okay.
breeds them. I don't know how it works. We learned that together. I was playing.
Sorry, I got a bit of a head bump on the head. It's just.
There's one other thing. Now don't be mad. You know Fenris, Stormcastle.
He knows about Fenris. He's fine.
Well, alright.
He knows he's up there.
How does he know that?
He's got the contacts everywhere. He's okay. You probably don't understand how far the tendrils of Jarl Axel can go, but even in this place,
And look, it's Dernan at the bar.
I mean, there are people around the tavern.
But it's Dernan. Is he working? Dernan.
What?
This leaning in.
Dernan,
Dernan.
yeah, Dernan is there.
I give him a look. Has he got a feather in his hat? Is he wearing like a big feathered hat? I rolled poorly. I can't see.
Okay, the feather is not a telltale sign. He sometimes becomes too cocky with it and adds a feather to all of his disguises, but it's not necessary.
Alright, well,
He said that he'll do good by Fenris and get him out as promised, and in fact, he's kind of thankful that you hit him, said him doing it. He thought he was in danger.
you might do well to just pop up and give him the news then. He's expecting someone to come by.
Okay, I think he will send one of, I don't know, Sulu. Look, I need to tell something back to him and deal with another issue. I got one of them. The knaves.
You got one how? In what sense? On side? Or you got one of them, it was his birthday?
Birthday kind of thing.
Quiet celebrations?
Quiet, but I got something out of them
Okay.
before.
Before the cake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You had a birthday party.
they got Elgin.
I mean, alright. Where?
But not only they got Elgin,
They haven't got the children as well, have they?
I went to Maya's.
Maya said Maya hasn't been around Martin's for a while. I assumed they were laying low with the kids.
I went to Maya's. I searched. That's actually how I found the trail behind Dart. Eventually found him. No one has seen the kids or anyone or your dog for like 3 days.
Alright.
Elgin was taken out of the city. We don't know anything about. I don't know anything about everyone else, but the names were involved.
Working for who? The Castellanters?
That's my guess. They're coming at us, back at us.
Alright, well,
So, I believe the Castellantes will. From what I got from Dart Knowles, they're biding their time. They're essentially trying to hold a card on us. I don't know how urgent that is versus the Sanitas, but Jalaxler wants to move tonight.
did Dart give you anything about where they've taken the children?
There's a villa on the road to Daggerford, about half a day out of the city. Heavily fortified. They have the other two, the main two names there, Cornelius and the other one, Cleric. He actually says the name because I don't remember. He says Cornelius and Amaris are there. Darnolls, Penny Starfate and Green were working inside the city. Totally different detail. Those are the ones that essentially kidnapped Elgin, and if I'm not mistaken, the kids. There are some rumors that they actually, Maya and her gang fought back. Some of them may have been killed, I don't know.
Those were children.
The Castellantes were properly pissed off. They thought that essentially we put the children's life in danger, which we kind of did. So they are not beyond hitting children. They will hold this sword over us as a card. So we don't know. Do you want to deal with it now or the Xanatars? I'm sorry to be bearer of bad news, but at least Dark Knowles is dead.
We need to deal with the Xanathars first. That way we take the possibility of victory away from the Castellanters.
Castellanters won't do anything until we act. They're not going to harm the children because they play their hand. So it buys us a little bit of time. A day or two at least.
Also, Elga's girlfriend is dead. That's all I learned. I feel
if she was
bad.
ever real.
I feel bad for Niall. All his family is gonna.
She just disappeared. She never even existed.
You couldn't think of a voice for it, it's fine now.
At least the parents are alive. I think.
Fucking hell.
I guess we
It
should.
was. It's a dark story for the family winter garden.
Oh shit, yeah.
I guess
Dark
we should
story in general.
tell the Niles. You know Niles' family.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll let the city do it.
Well, we're going to shoot a black stuff anyway. I'll see what she's. I mean, I'll go and pay my respects, but yeah, I don't know who.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll let them know.
I need to go back to old Jay. So, what shall I say?
We move on to Xanathos.
We move on to Xanatos.
Do you have a mode of entry?
Yeah. How are we getting in?
I'm having a bit of a cheese sleep here. Can I answer later?
Okay. Yeah. Well, we have a way in. So we have a way in through the sewers. My friend here knows the way around, but also, you know, some people. We should probably plan this out a little bit better than that.
Okay, well, let me know where I should be. Jalax is going to send 5 people doing their own infiltration. I think the idea is that they run interference. If they can get to the stone, they will. There will be gladiatorial games tonight at around 3 a.m. If you time it right, it's good. A lot of the people get tied up in security while they have all these nobles down there. It's much easier to just move around undetected. And they're going to infiltrate through Skullport sea, like underground sea. If you are coming on a different angle, then that'd be a deal. If you spot Jalaxel's team, well, I mean, we can always say anything to them, but try to let them do their thing. We'll do our thing. I'll be working with you. That's the plan. So let me know where I should be.
Swing by here, I guess. Around 1 a.m. We'll go from there.
Okay. He kind of like grabs his knife, comes a bit of a single letter, I guess, that you don't understand the language. For Niall, make sure that Blackstaff, to put him in such a danger, comes through for him. I cannot even want to come through for his family now. He walks away.
Well, I guess that counts as a short rest then.
This will count as a short rest, yes.
It's pretty tense.
Well, looks like I don't have much of a choice then.
So Mert is also convinced that he has a way into this. So he's at Blackstaff Tower right now, so we can speak to him about that if it should be any help to us.
Fine. I know when my back's up against the wall, and I suppose I owe it to Niall and yourselves to at least try. If I can get in there and do what I need to do and get out, then we'll see where we go.
I appreciate that.
Castellantas, this is what I was telling you about, that it's already starting to come and bite us in the heels. Once we do this, I advise all of you, the manor, the kids, we gotta disappear far from here. Because this doesn't stop. This doesn't stop when the money's out.
If that's the case, I have places I can go. Let's worry about that later.
If they want to fight, then I'll fight them. Even if I die trying, I'll help protect these people. If they've murdered children, then there'll be some retribution, I assure you.
Yeah. Well, then lead the way.
Head on out the door.
Without paying the bill.
So you
I've
make
got a
your
bottle.
way to the castle ward. As as you reach the area around Blackstaff Tower, the destruction is still noticeable. The main house burns and everything, but it has been cleared out of rubble and debris. And there are two new black guards posted outside in their like perfectly polished
Is one of them yawn?
black armor. I don't know. And outside the tower. And as they see you coming in as a bunch, they merely gesture inside. One of them kind of like turns 90 degrees, stepping sideway, and gestures. You are awaited inside.
Head on up.
They look at you, and everyone else kind of like, okay, then let everyone in. So it's you three and just you
And the
three.
rat.
And the rat.
Who's a rat?
Inside, you see that a lot of what used to be decorations like paintings, whatever, it's all gone. There's rubble, some stone fell down. There's but this set of stairs, but the core elements of the tower are absolutely intact, except for stains of the fireballs and the shit that was being thrown around. The tower itself appears to be either impervious or very resistant to all the magic that was thrown around. You go up, and there you see Vashra in the map room. She's being attended by two. I say that you have insight enough, and you as well with your streetwise, to realize that these are like nervous, hastily hired people from other branch of more normal government, and now they find themselves, oh shit, I work for the Blackstaff now, as everyone else is pretty much dead. A bit of a cabinet reshuffle, and they're kind of like bringing things around and trying to clean up around the map room. Vashra turns around and she has an angry / stoic expression on her face. Looks at you all. Looks at you, Arion, and then kind of like goes around and looks at you. Sorry, I wasn't expecting all of you to come here. It's about Niall, of course. She gestures to the side, and there is a chair there next to the map room, and you see there it has been arranged in a stack. Niall within armor, the cape, and I don't know what else he had there.
Boomerang.
Huh?
Boomerang.
That was magical. Boomerang, cape, armor. Anything else?
This cape wasn't magical, was it?
His cloak.
Yeah, cloak.
Oh, it's
The drow cloak. So I think magical he had.
That's it.
I think that's it. All three things there. And she's kind of like playing with the badge in her hand. This is all that's left. he made a great service to the Greyhounds and the city. I'm sure you can honor his memory. Take his possessions. I shall see that his memory is properly taken care of. Wait here. And she goes through the door that Niall a few times saw her going through, that you don't know exactly where it leads. And after 2 minutes, the clerics and whatnot are just nervously looking at you all, but you're free to walk around the map room and...
I'll pick up the boomerang.
Okay.
Didn't even get to throw it.
Poor bastard.
Anything happened to the body?
Well, I assume they take him to the temple. Yeah, let the family come and visit.
Door opens. Boom! And before Bashra, Mert comes out. Portly. Hi. Hi, boy. You must... Yeah. How are you doing? Hi. My good partners. I hear the construction and the repairings are going well, and how did this boy get a hold of this? And he grabs the drow cloak. He walks over there. Very interesting indeed. And throws it on top of the map table. Where are the snacks, Vastra? Vastra kind of like sighs and looks at him. Okay. So from what I hear, I've been briefed around. You are now bound for the underground world. Waterdeep, yes, the Eye and the big oil agreements and all that. Well, Laeral this time, after what happened with Shun and Niall's sacrifice, she was one of her own in this. We don't want to kick up a fuss with the Xanatar, but with all the briefing that Niall gave, Vashra, you're close to solving this problem with the missing gold, something that we need to keep away from official channels and all that, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, she's sending someone with you, Jalister, official member of Her Majesty's Secret Service. I don't know your plans, I don't want to know, I don't need to know them.
But I know who Jalister is.
You would know.
I
Jalister,
will say that I'm very honoured, because I know who Jalister is.
yeah, Jalister Silvermane is what Mer just described, as far as you, except for Arian that knows a bit more about him. So, I know that you are currently staying in the Yawning Portal,
Well,
when it is, wait, I don't need to know, I don't care. Tell me when he should be there.
This evening, 1
Yeah.
1 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Good. He will be there. He's a good man, loyal to a fault. Almost, it pains to say, but Vashra told me, almost the kind of person that would be a perfect replacement for what Niall was. The kind of person that would do the same thing that Niall pulled off. Crazy bastard. Anyway, going out the normal way, Vashra, you know how I don't like that thing. Boy, see this through.
Yes.
And he walks down the stairs.
is the Black Hand still around?
Yeah. The
Black
back
Staff,
staff.
sorry. I was gonna, excuse me, do you have a second to talk?
Of course.
You might be aware of events previously where we had to go and get one of the stones from the Castle Hunters.
Oh yes, yeah. Niall told me about how in the end his suspicions proved true, or it were your suspicions. Anyway, yes.
Well, they seem to have made a tactical retreat, but as part of this, they've moved somewhere and they've taken some people. There's a few children that were letting stay with us because they didn't have anyone else to.
Yeah, Niall mentioned your growing coterie of.
Yeah, and also by the sounds of it, his cousin Elgin too. They've taken him prisoner.
Oh dear.
Obviously, they want the stones in exchange.
Tactical retreat, you say?
Knowledge they're working with a gentleman knave to accomplish this. Previously employed
Gentlemen,
by
knaves, they are a bunch of like religious zealots. Why would they be working with devil worshippers? Or kidnapping children? That's definitely not them. I know the head of the order, Cornelius.
Well, I mean, you might want to check again, because they already worked with the Grolhuns. Apparently some of them have died.
I will try and find anything I can about that. And you need to understand that if what you're saying it's true, it's going to be very hard to prove. The Castellanzas still control a lot of money and influence among the masked lords. But if what you're saying is true, after what Niall did and what you are still doing for this city, even though Niall is no longer with us as my main contact, that's why I called you here. Just so you know that I value your efforts. I know that Niall didn't work alone, and you were instrumental in putting him in the position he eventually found himself in, so he could bring Manshoon here. So I will do as much as I can to help you out with this and find information about it. You can leave that with me.
I appreciate that. I'd also appreciate if, once we've recovered this last stone, you lend us some of the city's aid in removing this element of the Castellantas.
Moving military against the Castellantas can only be done with the approval of the masked lords in full council.
The masked lords that you just admitted are almost in the Castellantas' pocket.
Yes.
Well, you can understand how that's a problem for us, isn't it?
That's why I act outside of the council, and I can help you out find evidence or help your case. What I mean is, I cannot move officially, as you say, but by God for Niall, I will help you out one way or another.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
As you can see, this city is complicated. Political powers, no matter how much actual power we can wield, and she almost gets angry, and the black stuff like crackles with energy for a second. We still must submit to a rule of law, a law and a rule that can be corrupted. I'm sure you're not foreigner to those understandings. Go do what needs to be done in secret for the good of people. You will be rewarded and you will have your vengeance. And she starts looking back at the map, immediately looking to a totally different, she scrolls the map. There's kind of a magic element to it, and she's looking outside, what appears to be water.
Where's she looking?
The middle of the sea.
Which way? That way? This way?
You don't know enough geography to figure it out. The clerks that are kind of around the black staff, very nervously and tentatively, shall we accompany you back downstairs?
the unfortunate business of his belongings.
Oh yes, and you're supposed to
assume-
take that.
Is someone will be speaking to his family about what happened?
Oh, she didn't mention anything about us. I mean, can you do it?
Well, where's his body?
I mean, we can't. No, wait. This is something. No. Remember, like yes, Blackstaff agent and Frost. Yes, we'll speak to the family.
See-
There is no body. He was ashes and dust.
Oh,
I mean, we have it in an urn.
yeah, maybe that would be appreciated.
We can. Okay, we'll bring the urn to the family. Do you want to take these possessions, or shall we bring them to the family too?
Well, the armor I'll take to the family.
The armor.
I'll take the urn and the armor.
Okay. So you. It is a plate armor, so it's like a big stack of metal. But yeah, they put the urn on top.
Play armor that his parents have never seen. before.
There's still the cloak there. What do you do with the cloak?
I'll take the cloak. No one's taking the cloak.
You take the cloak.
Whilst-
You already took the boomerang.
While they're having this conversation with the clerics, I'm just going to step back. I'm going to cast message to Vashra,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to say to her, seems I'm not the only one unhappy with the state of power. I have information on compromised masked lords, if ever you need to talk.
She kind of like lowers her head, realizing this, and looks back at you, almost preternaturally aware of that where the message came from. The message is back. What do you have? You keep pointing at her.
It's like a subtle, it's like a...
Finger guns!
I have to run your
Stroke
hand
my
across a
horns.
piece of copper, and I have a glove with it sewn in on the thing, so I do like to...
Oh.
So, do you have somewhere we can talk?
Here is safe enough. Come. At another time.
I'll just give like a nod,
Mm-hmm.
and then walk over to join where they are.
Yeah, we should. I don't have to say about Albion. Maybe we should keep quiet about that for now.
I don't think we should be the ones to tell him. Let the city tell his parents. This isn't our place.
All right. Are you guys gonna do a good job of this?
What do you mean?
Have you told people? We've been around to tell people that someone has died before.
Yes, we are. Yes, we have a list. We can't remember. Yes, we're telling the families. Like we have like 30 to go through.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's not. It's not. Yes. So, I mean, Anaya is kind of like a hero. So, I know that Vashra wants to do like a big deal about him. So I don't know. Maybe do you want to tell them yourself? Or wait until the because the Blackstar herself wanted to do Niall.
Yeah, that would be appropriate, I think.
Okay, give me the urn back then. They put it back into the table.
I've never met these people. You've never met these people. Are we gonna go there and say, look,
I'll leave it. I'll let them go. I'll leave it a few days, and I'll go and
I appreciate that you
have
were
some lucky drawers.
closer to them than we were, but I can't go around there and tell them that our actions got their son killed.
Yeah.
It's not my place, I'm sorry. You're welcome to go now if you want.
No, again, I'll go and visit in a few days. But for now, if the Blackstaff herself wants to go and pass on the news, I think that's
Yeah, let her tell them that their son was a
the hero,
hero. I mean,
the cleanest hero I ever met.
I know it's not the time, but it's somewhat ironic, isn't it, that Narwithin turns to dust at the end of it. You would have hated that.
I'll get the snow.
Where are you guys going?
Well, I mean,
We don't know anywhere to buy health potions, do we?
magic items.
I mean,
I presume
you have
that
a
was-
contact with Fala,
Yeah, fella.
the herbalist.
We can. I don't know if we've got much cash to spare, but
They are also probably awaiting news of Zirash's death.
oh shit. Yeah.
You leave a trail of bodies
Yeah.
and people that know.
We need to go and visit the monk as well.
Screw that man.
Why do
Well,
they both have to die? One of the midgets could have
One of them tell the other one.
Just quickly before we go as well. Sorry, Black Staff. We found something that lets like a magical item that'll allow me to bring forth a griffin.
Do you show it?
Yeah.
She grabs it. This is from the Griffin Cavalry.
Yeah.
This is a grand honor.
Thank you.
How do you get it?
How did we get it?
No, it wasn't Jal Axley. It was.
But it was Zara Sorgo to us.
No, Zaldasus gave you.
Oh, it's
yeah, it was
from
from Zaldasus because he got it from another
Yeah,
deal.
from another
Yeah, it was passed to us by Zord. It's part of us helping him.
How did he get it?
I don't know. He's a man of many faces by the sounds of it, so goes by the
Anyway,
name,
yes.
apparently goes by the name of Jarl something.
terrible, yeah.
Jarl.
Yeah.
Those are in Skyrim.
What's his name? Jarl? I forget.
I'm kind of giving you dagger eyes slightly as you're saying this. If you look to me to be like, what's his name? I'm just kind of like.
Anyway, yeah, but I just want to make sure it's alright to use. 'Cause I know flying is a bit like.
Well, I mean, the Griffin Cavalry would probably stop you once you explain the you have enough influence that by contacting any of us or even like the Emerald Enclave, they will leave you alone. The problem is at the moment until you present the evidence, they would stop you. Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
What I mean is, they won't know that you are allowed until like
I told them.
they know.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I think they go in underground. I'm not sure Griffin's the.
Oh no, I
Best
just wanted to
mode
go
of
and visit the monk guy and tell him what happened to his people.
Oh, can you know Haloon?
Halloum, yes, I know.
Two of his apprentices.
I know. He knows already.
Oh,
He contacted us and he's very angry.
so
We asked him what his plans were because the Order of the Gauntlet always acts on their own, like they have their own track. And he angrily said, "I'll deal with this. I have my ways." And then he broke contact. We can't deal with him now. We have to trust he will be an ally.
Do you remember that magical sending paper stuff? Please, can I borrow some?
You know what? Sure. She opens a drawer and gives you two.
Oh, thank you very much.
What for what?
I was going to send him a message. Just
What? Say you were wrong. One of them was a traitor. Thanks for the info.
no, just to pass on my condolences.
Oh, well, if you could add that in at the end from me.
What, that they were a traitor? From Silas.
It'd be
He wants to
useful for him
make
to
more
know.
enemies.
I just, he's supposed to be a powerful, all-seeing monk, isn't he?
Well, not necessarily all seen, but yeah. Can I borrow a pen as well? Please.
The clerks, sensing Bashra annoyance, said, "You know what? Let's go back downstairs to the reception.
Yeah.
Let's leave the map room."
Yeah.
You're led
Completely
downstairs.
not feeling the vibe because
Yeah, you're led downstairs
This is
where there
not
is a
so
desk.
on everything. Yeah.
In one of the
Inside.
side doors, there is a little room. There is a desk, and they say, "There you go." And there's parchment and ink.
Thank you very much. I'm trying to remember that. What's his name? Haloon. Because there's so many people with like and stuff.
Melanor.
It is written. It is written Hlam, but it's pronounced Halum.
Okay.
Halam.
Alan, hi. Dear, hello. Sorry about your apprentices dying. They fought well. One of them was made to fight against their will, and unfortunately they both perished. If you can assist us in any way in our future endeavours to try and restore peace and balance to Waterdeep, that would be appreciated. We will at some point be embarking on a mission to stop the Castellantas who have kidnapped several children of the city, and any help you can give in this matter would be appreciated.
It's so rapid.
The lack of context.
Yeah, he's like, okay, what do we want exactly?
Why are the Castellans kidnapping children?
Bring order and balance to the city. Also, the Castellans are dicks.
Hey man, I'm concussed. We'll be at the Yawning Portal if you wish to come for dinner. Thanks again, Horn.
Okay, you go. He goes.
No comma between thanks and get on. So it says thanks, get on.
As the crane, the paper crane, flies away, the clerks kind of like guide you outside. I'm sorry, I'm like super apologetic. They still obviously don't know the protocol exactly.
Yeah.
You're led outside. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing.
Oh yeah, and one of them is. Oh wait. One last thing. Yes, Vashra mentioned that Niall had a horse, in stables. Are you gonna claim it, or the greyhounds will keep it otherwise? She says it's your choice.
I mean, can we leave him here for now and come back later? I don't really have.
Yes, it's just whether you're gonna claim it, or should we give them back to the parents, or the force greyhounds.
I suppose the greyhound, they might not.
Yes, it's
Buy it
up to
from
you.
the
We don't
family.
lack for horses.
Buy it from the family. Give them its money. It's worth in gold.
The family will be thoroughly compensated as much as the black stuff. Yeah, that's money won't be an issue.
Well, if we leave it here for now, I'll think for a few days if that's alright. Because I don't have a stable to keep it in. I mean, I would like to keep it in memory of Niall. Because.
Okay, well then, and gets a piece of parchment. Wait a second, runs inside again, gives you a note, has a little seal. You can take this to the stable master, and they will rewrite the papers of ownership for you, so you can always go there and get it
Do I do that now then?
whenever you want.
Okay, thanks. I need to sleep. Can we go home now?
So where are you going?
I mean, sure.
If we're going to fight this evening, we need to be prepared. If you know of anywhere we can get healing potions, or just healing.
Yeah, well, let's go and see Fallon something branch.
Yep.
I should really remember names better.
So you can make all the way to essentially Troll School Alley. As soon as you get there, and we're gonna finish our session a bit early here because of teeing up what's coming next. You get a message from Halloumi. Gerhorn, you're the spider. Yes, listen. I know about Javi and Muki. I knew last night as they fell. But when Shun is captured, that's good. Listen. I need someone else on this. But closer now. I'm sending someone to you.
Is it?
I'm sending someone to you. You live in that manor, no? Or where do you go? Where do I send them? They will be there within the hour. You can reply to this message.
We're by Troll School Manor now, so I guess we'll just wait here then.
Okay, I'll send them to Trollskull Manor. You will recognize them. Wait. Look for the Griffin.
The Griffin?
The Griffin on foot. And cat's out.
What's a Griffin on foot? That's out loud.
What? You having a stroke?
I think, wait, you get my, the thing that I got, what was it called? The regeneration thing? I forgot what it was called. Charm of Regeneration, was it?
Restoration.
Restoration, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just gonna try and cast like Greater Restoration on my head.
What level is Great Restoration?
5th level.
5th level, isn't it? So you just 4 charge. Doesn't work.
You need 6 level.
Oh shit.
You go, and you still feel like your head hurts horribly.
Well, let's hope that Xanathar doesn't have petrify or...
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that you feel that it's not gonna work before you finish casting the spell, so you can keep it because it's so bad. Just losing it on that.
What's the Griffin on foot? No, what is the Griffin on foot?
Balloon is sending Halloum Manchu.
Well, you're truly concussed.
Someone is sending a Griffin on the foot. Oh, they have the Griffin on their foot. There's gonna...
Look in my eye.
Yeah, you're Silas. Right, someone is coming to meet us at Trollskull Manor in an hour
Right.
to help us.
Right.
So we should wait there for a bit, maybe. But we can get some potion on the way.
Okay. From who? You can explain it with the conversation. You can. We'll assume you were able to tell us.
Halloum.
Hey, whatever you say now is what you say. Halloum is sending a Griffin on foot.
Yeah. I can't talk to Griffins though, so...
Look for the Griffin on foot. What
Yeah.
does that mean?
Millie would know.
Well, I guess it means someone that's turned into a griffin who can't fly. What about a walking? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
Well,
someone with a griffin, a friend. A griffin cavalry with an injured griffin. Could be many things. I'm sure it'll become painfully obvious when it goes.
Like a griffin that couldn't fly because it was too heavy.
Weighed down by some kind of rock.
As you stand in the middle of Trollskull Alley, you hear it feels almost too mundane, too simple, from almost when your life was simpler and easier, as the workers are kind of like setting some tiles in your roof, and it's almost completely covered. And they just say, "Hey, masters!" And they just work, and you had almost forgotten about this manor and the repairs, and it feels like ages since those were your worries, as it were. It's snowing lightly, as people walk about, and the sun kind of reaches the midday of this 20th of Hammer in Waterdeep, and apparently you have a date with a Griffin on foot, Jalester Silvermane, Keth and a bunch of drow, and the Xanathar itself at the end of it. So it's going to be busy the next day. We're going to leave off there. Because
Just about to go into that bookshop.
Hello.
I was.
I'm gonna say actually, if you wanna go see Fala and buy potions, they can sell you the minor healing potions that cost 50 gold. Because of your relationship with them, they can sell you for 40 gold. They will give you a good price, and they can sell you up to 5. So 200 gold for 5 minor healing potions.
Can I go into that bookshop? Or is that going to be a whole thing?
I mean, depending on what your intentions are.
Well, I just wonder what'll happen if the guy sees me first.
Peek in the head.
Because I know you have magical scrolls there, so I want to just see what they are, in case there's anything useful.
Sure. You want to go into the magical bookshop?
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
in.
As you go to Fala, Silent goes, I'll be right back. So you enter the bookshop. Ding, 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 ding. The little bells as you open the door. And the Dragonborn looks up and immediately goes,
Now, hold on a minute.
Tell me why I shouldn't blast you right where you stand, you thief! You sneaky thief!
Pull out my grey hands bench. Because I think that would go very bad.
make a deception check with advantage.
Double one.
No, I rolled a 19 plus 3, 22.
He kind of goes,
Wait. Of course. The adventurers that the Greyhounds normally employ, thinking they can do whatever they want. They are beyond the law. Well, you're not in this bookstore. You're not. I don't care how protected you are. You are not.
That's fine. I'm not here to accost you. I'm here to apologise.
Oh. Well, you should have said that before.
It was wrong of me to abuse my power to try and take what I did not own from your store. So on behalf of the Grey Hands,
What about the other one? There was someone that was impersonating the City Watch.
I don't know who that was. I think he was just a petty criminal.
Why were there 2 burglars on the same night?
You've got goods to sell. Desirable goods. Goods that I wouldn't mind having a look at.
Oh, you want my scrolls?
That's to undertake some dangerous Greyhound business. Just wanted to know if you had anything that might aid on that. And then I'll take out my coin purse and
okay.
give it a healthy shake.
Let's see. They will set before you a set of scrolls that you can buy. By the way, Fala offer more potions. Fala can offer potions of greater healing
Costs too much.
for 250 gold, but they will discount it to 220. But yeah, it's quite.
Can I look? We are going into a situation of life and death.
Elliot,
Yes.
that's his. That's his stock. It's a lot to read. So.
We are going into a situation of life and death. Working for the city. We've already lost a friend today, and this would really help out. Now I know that this is your business and your livelihood, and I can't guarantee any compensation, but I promise once this is over, if we have the money to pay for them, we will. If you can offer some credit now.
Will you? Siraj didn't come home last night.
Yeah, that was the other thing I kept talking about.
You've
Sorry.
also lost a friend.
My head's a bit messed up. I took quite a bigger fall. Shavesh gave his life to help with the cause last night as well. He helped bring Manchun
I
to
know
justice.
about the business last night with Manchun and the Collar Towers. And Siraj had told me what he was doing with you. I knew exactly what he was getting into. I'm just sad that he didn't make it out. they grab.
I'm just doing some math, sorry.
Yeah, sure. And he may actually have a bit more, I mean, a few more. If you give me, like, before next session, if you ping me, I will see what else he can have. But he has pretty good stock, as you can see.
Yeah, that's decent.
They will. All he wanted was to prove that the Century, his friends, weren't behind the horrible things this Manchun was doing. I think that that's been proven now, and probably his friends will be released soon. I am glad for that. Do what you must do. And they take their one greater healing potion and they put it on the table before you. Go clean up this place. And they push it across the table.
Thank you very much. Do you still want to buy some minor ones?
I would like to fight you.
Yeah? So you buy 2 minor ones. This is 80, would you give it? Okay, yeah, you buy 2 minor ones. Yeah, they essentially give you a greater for free, and you can buy minor ones up to 5 for 40 each.
I don't have any more money.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you. And remember, your doors are open for when you want to learn the trade.
Well, I kind of already know the trade, but yeah.
For when you want to create your wine business.
Thank you.
So you will come out of the bookstore with whatever you eventually get.
Yeah, probably Misty Step and maybe Counterspell or Shield.
Remember that you must be able. It must be in your spell list.
I take from the wizard spell list,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I should be able to cast any of them.
Oh
at
yeah,
some
yeah,
point in
yeah,
time.
yeah. Everything that is in the wizard spells you can cast.
Do you make a roll if it's a high level you can cast? Like,
If it's a level beyond what you can cast, you have to roll,
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, that's
or
fine.
it might not work.
it's like you only on first.
Yeah. That's
Misty
fine.
Step is
Misty Spell's second.
yeah.
How do you reaction cast counterspell?
Counterspell is 3, so it's an interesting roll there.
Collect.
It's a roll that I think it adds your Arcana, or I can't remember. We'll check it out. There's a rule for
I
it.
got +6 Arcana.
Just I'm reading this.
I'm countering it. Wait a second.
I was using that down!
Just throw the scroll and knock his hand.
Hey.
You can.
But it is
I'm
true.
pockets now!
It is true. It's a good investment. As you can tell from the first half of this session, consumables can sometimes be the difference between. Anyway, let's leave it there and see how we start this next session. Shroskull Manor, and eventually what comes beyond. That was session 26. Joel, you can come in now. say bye.
I drove all this way.
Bye, George!